Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Gothic 2, The Night of the Raven. Today we're going to end the quest that we started last episode, which would concern William, or rather, Farim, the fisher down there. So, we're gonna walk down and tell him that all is fine, because we now made a deal with Martin about his fish. So, Farim, your fish are safe.
Hey, you! I know how to resolve your trouble with the militia.
And how would that be?
Martin, the provisions master of the Paladins, wants to hear your story about the militia and the fish.
And you
I'm not sure how that story goes, but I don't think I've read it in any of the books I've read. The militia and the fish. Nope, doesn't ring a bell.
But wait, I found this strange blue stone on one of the islands off the coast of Khorinis. I don't think it's worth a whole lot, but someone like you will certainly find a use for it.
Well, thank you. An aquamarine. Well, it's at least a little bit of gold, so I'm not going to complain. Anyway, it's free, so how could you complain anyway? So, we now finished up this part of the quest. Now the question is, what do we want to do next? Well, there's not too many things that we can do. What we want to do, however, is to pay a visit to the mercenary camp that we were before, or wanted to go to before. Now, this will be a little bit easier if...
Hey, you!
Right, we have a lot of stuff here, by the way.
Have you
We
ever
can ask
used
him,
the
though, about
teleporter
these
stone?
things first.
No, but I've heard of them. The water mages aren't too sure about those things.
Well, sure as hell I portaled to one.
Of course you have. You're not afraid of anything, are you?
Well, let's
if
say
you want
no.
to use the things, go ask Orlin, the tavern owner, whether he'll let you into
Pub
his
owner,
boarded-up
he's not a
cave.
pub owner.
I think he has hidden one of the teleporter stones.
He
for the water
did, but he
mages
didn't
in
hit him
his tavern.
himself, probably,
Walk out of
because
the
that
eastern
thing was
city
there
gate
for a
and simply
long,
follow
long
the
time.
path. You can't miss it.
Nope. So...
About those missing people.
Nah, nothing new here to report.
Do you know
Does he-
where I can find the
Does he
thieves'
tell
guild?
me that? I don't think it is.
No offense, but even if these
Oh.
people usually
Yeah, we had that before.
Do you really think?
How about this,
Can you
Lares?
help me get through the thick woods in the east?
Okay, but what do you want to go there for?
Well,
Nefarious ordered me to find more ornaments.
indeed.
One of the places where I'm supposed to look is in the middle of the woods.
I see. And that's still too dangerous for you alone, right?
I
No
guess
problem.
that's why I'm
Let
asking
me know
you.
when you want to leave.
So, Lares, how about let's go?
Okay, let's go.
And again,
Where?
German stuff.
To the dense forest in the east.
Then let's go. Follow me.
Let's go, Lares. By the way, notice that he's wearing his normal robes again. His civilian clothes. Not the Ring of the Water clothes. So they actually made the effort to change it back when he walks back to town. So this is like one of the points that we can go to Lares to now that we have the map from Nefarious. We can order him to go there with us. The good thing is we'll be killing lots of creatures on the way there, so we'll gain a few experience points there as well, which is always nice. He can tank quite a lot of damage as well, so we shouldn't worry too much about any creatures or any orcs that we might encounter. Yes, I'm talking about orcs here. Hopefully we'll not meet too many of them. Right, we are going to go right this time, once more. But instead of going straight this time, we'll be branching off to the left-hand side, just close to Ekil's farm. So that should be a very short trip this time around, and not too far off into the wilderness. At least not too far until we meet some monster that's gonna kill us quickly. Other than the orcs, of course. But those don't pose a threat with Lares at our side, trust me for this. He's a good man. And he's also, as far as I know, unkillable. So, yeah, we don't have to worry about anything right now. Now he's going over left here. And then left once more.
Have you thought about going into the woods? Do you really want to do that?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, my friend. Then follow me. This is going to be gross.
Is it? Unless you make a mess like in your kitchen last time, then everything should be fine. Hopefully. Because I'm not gonna eat those homemade muffins again that he made. Ugh. Those were terrible. And he said he can cook.
There's another of those scummy beasts.
I think he lied. Also, we're gonna collect and look while he fights the monsters. Because I don't feel like fighting right now. I'm just going to watch him. No, no, I want the wolf. Not the sign, I want the wolf, thank you. There we go. On we move. Oh look, it's more flowers, Lares. You have to wait for me. Sorry. I'm a terrible follower, I think. Whoa. Okay. This doesn't look creepy at all.
One
What
less
was that?
monster around.
Oh, that was a boar. We haven't killed one of those just yet, but nonetheless, they're not as easy to kill as you might think they are. Oh, nice. Critical hit. Always good to have someone here by my side that can kill monsters pretty quickly. Now, while you are trying to kill all these monsters here, I'm yet again going to... Whoa. I'm going to, like, get all these flowers and mushrooms and... Look, you fight. You fight very brave.
Nothing to be had there.
Oh, more flowers. Oh, there's a mushroom over there. Maybe not even one only. Yeah, a few of them. Always good to have them. Let's move on. Oh, was there another one? There was indeed. The more we have, the better it is for later on. Because the more mana we'll have. Is there something over there? Nope. I hear goblins, however. Oh, it's actually a goblin skeleton. Alright. Lots of juicy XP. I like it. And so easy as well.
Hurry up. I don't...
Yes, yes, yes.
Nothing
It's
to plunder.
almost as if we didn't do anything. What? I should... Okay, sure. Alright. We're at the place that we wanted to go to. This is the stone circle. But we need to be careful here, trust me. We don't want to rush headlong into this. We want to climb up first. And then... I'm gonna collect all these herbs. Also, these snapper weeds are pretty rare, so you want to collect as many as you can. These are for movement increasing potions. Not permanently, mind you, however temporary. So it's never bad to have any of those in your bag. And there is a king's sorrel, as well as a stone tablet. Right, that should be all of the flowers. No, there's a fireweed. Alright, so now we can push those switches. We're gonna leave that one for last, so that's closer to Lares. Now, where's the one here? It's on this side? No. Normally should be more than one switch as far as I recall. That's one. Come on. One switch. Second one would be there. Huh, why is it only two? That would be strange. Well, I'm gonna try and push this one in. No, it's 3. Where's the third one? Normally it's one of each side. One of each of these 3 columns. Huh. Not finding it right now, unfortunately. Where are you, Switch? Come on. Oh, there it is. Completely hidden. Also, I need to jump down very, very quickly to get to Lares, because I'm not fighting that thing on my own. You fight, I'll stay back. Ah, he's looking well. There we go. Ornament.
There. You should be able to do the rest by yourself. I'm headed back then.
Alright, thank you for your help. Also, 400 around 400 to get to the next level. Also, you see these... oh yeah, uh-oh. We better not stay here for long. Ooh, we go there. Don't get eaten by wolves now. Alright, so we've got the second ornament now in our position. That's 1 more. And 2 more to go to arrive at the maximum of 4. Now, this was actually the hardest ornament to get. Because you can't go in here alone unless you know what you're doing. And especially don't stray from the passage. Because if you remember, the last time we fought some bandits, if we went this way, we would have fought an orc. And with this kind of armor and this kind of weapon, we just die in 1 hit. So that's not really advisable at all. However, since we're already here, we can try and kill some of these field raiders. Not sure how well we will fare against them, so that's why we're gonna try it out. But we should be pretty okay against 1 of them. Come on, field raider. 2 is probably too much, but 1 we should be able to fight, no problem. Yeah, we should be alright. Let's fight some more field raiders. Get over here. Good thing, of course, we did a critical hit on him the first time he came, so... Just moving back. Normally takes care of these without too much trouble. Gonna eat some mushrooms to get myself healed up a little bit. You do notice though, of course, that the later you get in the game, the less you will heal with those mushrooms compared to your maximum health. However, it's still important to increase your mana in case you really want to cast some very few healing spells and stuff like that. Because otherwise you won't have the mana to do that, or even that, rather. Gotcha. Two more healings should be alright. I'm not a huge fan of doing too many things before a save point, by the way, as you probably noticed by now. Since some things can be quite tedious if you need to repeat them over and over and over again. So I'm like a huge fan of really saving often, even though it might seem a little bit pointless. And you do know from my Commandos videos that I really like to save very, very often because it's just that much better. Oh! I can't see anything! This is always bad. Whoa, okay. Didn't think I could actually get him still, but that's alright. Got him. Time to get some more plants here, especially snapperweed. Not too bad. Some swampweed as well, but we don't need that for a lot of things. And we don't want to go any further right now. Just trust me on that. You don't want to go too far. Because there's some evil monsters occupying those woods. And you don't want to meet those, trust me. You do not. Not at this point, anyway. So, how about we go to Arkill's farm, hmm? That would be a nice spot to rest up and get some more health back. It definitely will be. And it's easy as well. It's too far away, you're standing right in front of it. There we go. Let's sleep. And then we are going outside this way here. Because there's Arkiel and there's 2 bandits over here. We're not gonna fight the bandits though. Not alone anyway.
Same old thing all over again.
Hey, is there a problem?
No, everything's fine.
Yeah, of course.
It would be better if you left now.
Are you sure?
Yeah, everything's fine. I can't talk to you now.
Alright, so it seems that Arkil is a little bit of trouble. Since we are a good man, we are going to go and get help. Well, other than us, of course, which is one of the helping persons that we want to get, is Mika. Because Mika is one of the people that actually cares about the farmers. Well, kind of. Other than moving by like the other militia and saying, "For the king!" and taking all the sheep and all the food that they have. He's actually a good fella. Not much of a cheap person, considering that he normally needs a little bit of a persuasion to get with you onto adventures, but still better than nothing. So, we're gonna get him. It's a good thing because it will also give us a little bit of experience. Not too much, but at least we'll have some backup here. Alright, Mika. Let's go on a quest together.
I've changed my mind. I'll pay you the 10 gold coins.
Wonderful. Better late than never. And now?
I need your help.
If it's absolutely necessary, what's wrong?
Right.
The farmer Akil is under attack by mercenaries.
What? Those riffraff are hanging around on Akil's farm? Then let's not waste any time. Follow me.
Alright, let's go. The problem is, of course, that with the add-on, that the damage output from weapons, the critical hits and stuff like that is massively increased, so it can happen that Mika is going to die, which would be a horrible thing to have happen. Previously, in the original game, he can take quite a beating, and normally isn't that easy to kill, but with all the upgrades the NPC received, he can kill pretty fast and the mercenaries can kill pretty fast. So we should probably be very cautious about what we want to do. Good thing is though, he's of course trained, so he can do a few critical hits in a very small time frame compared to the peasants, which aren't going to do quite a bit. So we'll just hope that everything works out right. Is he following us? Lovely. Alright, saving up so we don't run headlong into our doom. Besides, I have no chainsaw, so no doom here. Righto. There he comes!
You don't have to tell me that.
Oh,
He should have known better.
Now watch how this works.
yep.
You're in for it now.
We try to keep those farmers alive if we can.
That's it for you.
Oh, nice! We actually killed one of them our own. That's good.
Thank Innos. I thought my time had run out.
Nope, your time
My
is
name
fine.
is
At least
Akio.
you've got some gold
I
on you.
farmed this humble piece of land.
I think
Who
I'll
were
take
those
your
people?
weapon.
Those were mercenaries from Onar's farm. Those bastards don't know anything but plunder and murder.
Well,
I've been
they
fearing
plunder
the
perhaps.
worst.
Why would they murder you, though?
Thank Innos it didn't come to that. Tell me, what can I do for you?
How about... actually,
Nothing.
we're fine.
Just as long as you got through this all right.
You're an exceptional fella. May Innos guard you on your way.
Thank you.
Have you heard anything about missing citizens?
Don't make me laugh. Heard of them? Some of my own people are missing. Tonak and Telbor used to work on my fields until 3 days ago. And
Wow,
I
those
know
people are only
exactly that
recently
they wouldn't
missing,
up
I
and
think.
leave the farm just like that, and yet they've simply vanished, and no one can tell me where they went. If you happen to find out what's become of them, be sure to let me know, will you?
I will.
What did the mercenaries want from you?
Money.
You don't know that? Onar, the landowner, hired them. They guard his farm and collect the rent for him. And that means they go from farm to farm and take whatever they want.
Collecting the
Whoever can't pay
rent
gets
now
a taste
means
of
that
their
they can
steel.
do whatever they want. That's interesting.
You know your way around this area.
Sure. What do you want to know?
Actually nothing.
I've got to go.
So long. I really wish I could have done more for you.
No problem. We're just gonna collect all the things we have here. Rest is fine. And a silver ring. Not too bad.
All right. That's that. I'll be off then.
Right, you
Wait
will
a
be.
minute. I need...
If it's absolute...
How
I'm
about
being
that?
chased by bandits.
Really? Where are they then? If you were being...
Oh, too bad. I wanted to make him come with me to this side here. I'm just going to show you what will await us there on the other side. Right, just going to pull my bow to show you. It's got a bandit, a bandit, a bandit, a bandit, and I think that should be it, like 4 or 5 of them. As you can see. So, before we can cross this bridge here, we have to, like, definitely get a better weapon, better armor and stuff like that. Of course we can still cross under the bridge, but I really don't like to do that too often. Because I do want to travel upside at a later point in time. For now, we're being content though with the path we have. Right. So, we cleared Arkill's farm now, which will give us a nice boost, especially experience-wise. That gave us 200 for 1 kill, so to speak. Not too bad. 150 for saving him. 150 times 2, rather, for Mika getting him up there. So, quite a nice experience boost. Not too shabby. How far are we off anyway? 3,000. Alright. Now, we don't want to invest everything into strength, but I'm going with the 10% increase in one-handed weapons, I think, for the moment. So we get a little bit of a boost there. I even might be going 20%. Maybe. Might be a good idea to do that. Possibly. Actually, I think that might be a great idea, considering that every 3rd hit then would be a critical hit, which is not too bad at all. But the question is, where do I train now? We're gonna sell things first, though.
Show me...
Show me your wares, Cantor. Right, this is a 2-hander, which we don't need at all. Another sword that we don't need, and 4 branches. Alright, what do we have down here? We want that. The aquamarine we can sell. A silver ring. The old coins we want to keep. Some bones, some stuff, a skin. And I believe that's it. Alright.
Gotta go.
Suit?
Nice. So we now are about 750 gold. Not too shabby. So, before we continue on, however, we would like to do the following. You remember what Farum told me about the disappearances of the people? We are going to find out where they went. Or rather, the first phase of where they went. Because we won't find them here in Khorinis, that's for sure. So what we're going to do is we're going to follow the instructions of Farum, and we're going over here to the side. You might think that's a dead end, and you would be absolutely right with that, other than the part that there's actually not a dead end here. Right, we're going to swim up to the coast here. We could go in here, not right now, but later on, because as you know and see,
I'll never get this open without the right key.
without the right keys we're not being able to enter this place. Whatever that might lead us to. Some of you might even know already where this will lead us to. But I'm not going to spoil anything for the moment. Also, there's a manta down there. Pretty nice. We're going to that bay that we were told about, because it's right around this corner here. On the way here, we're going to collect all the clams, however, because you never know when you need some pearls. Although I do prefer PHP and C++, but Perl is not too bad either. Now, let's have a look at this chest over here. Because in here we find some gold. Never too bad. And here we have some fish. And
There you are at last. I've been waiting here for hours.
whoever think
Just
you...
a moment.
What the...
You're not a merchant from town?
No. Do I look like a
Where
merchant
is
with a bow and
Baltham?
a mace on the side?
Who are you?
I don't see how that's any of your business. But if you must know, my name is Skip. Does that ring a bell?
Who?
Are you telling me?
Perhaps
you've
his
never
last
heard of
name is The
Skip?
Beat. I don't know.
Holy shit! Where do you live? I'm one of Khorinis' most wanted criminals.
Are you,
Me
though?
and my boys have been the scourge of the waters around this crummy island for years. Come on, you must have heard of me.
Well, I do have to admit, the English voices for the pirates actually not too shabby at all.
You're a pirate.
Yes, damn it. That's plain to see. And a cross one at that. I'm so bored, I could chew up the planks of my cog.
Really?
Baltram, you're waiting for a merchant?
Smart kid, aren't you? That's what I just said, isn't it?
Yep,
That
twice, to be
good-for-nothing
honest.
Junk merchant seems to have forgotten me. If only I could get my hands on him.
You don't need to.
Where do you come from?
You want to know where our hideout is? If I tell you that, I might as well invite the militia to arrest me.
Don't you want to do that then?
In case you would like to pay us a visit, it wouldn't help you in the least. The island of Khorinis is large, and no one ever gets to where we are anyway. Unless they have a cog or some other ship. And then you'd have to find your way through the cliffs as well. Nobody gets through there, unless...
Oh,
they know
the secret path, huh?
There are only 2 people who know the path, and you're not one of them.
So you're one of them, and someone else
A
isn't.
lot of citizens are missing, and everything seems to indicate that you're not quite innocent in the matter.
Damn it. It's not what you think it is.
Is
Do I
it
look
not?
like a slave trader to you? No, I only transport goods. What they are and where they come from is no concern of mine. We have shipped all kinds of things for those swine. First, it was just regular stuff. Well, sometimes it may have been contraband.
Well,
But then they
sometimes
started
it
to
might have been
kidnap the
contraband. Good to
inhabitants of the
know.
city. No idea what they're planning to do with them.
And you don't
All we
care.
did
Hmm.
was
Nice,
ferry them
nice, nice.
across.
So,
Where did you take those people?
I already told you. I'm not going to tell you where our bay is.
Who are you talking about?
The bandits, of course. Who else? The filthy scum who are making themselves...
And you don't count yourself as scum either, because you've, like, stealing and shipping things off.
Just bandits isn't good enough for me. I want a name.
A name? You want to know who's leading the bandits? Damn it! What was that bastard's name again? I just can't recall his name. Even if it wasn't all that complicated. But
you've got a
I
good
can show
memory.
you where to find the boss of the gang in this part of Khorinis. Have you got a decent map?
I've got a map right here.
But someone scribbled all over it.
Whoa, who
Where's the
cares?
fun in messing it up for you? Then I guess I'll have to give you a description. There's a very big farm far to the east.
We weren't there
The
yet,
farmer's
but we know
name
what
is
you're talking
Onar,
about.
I think. He's got some fairly large fields. To the south of those fields, there's a small fortress on a high cliff. That's where you'll find your man. I
Alright
remember
then.
his name now. Dexter. Yes, I think they called him Dexter.
Alright. So I guess we have to talk to Dexter to find out something. It will be for a long while to come though. Since we're not even close to Onar's farm. However, we would like to loot your chest. How do you feel about that, Skip? Hmm? An old stone tablet. Not too bad. I like it. Always good to check everything and everywhere. Right on. Now, how about we go outside, collect this one, and then get over to this. Oops, there's some more fish. Always good for fish. And we're gonna have a look inside here. Well, there's nothing inside, unfortunately. But you never know. I always check every place, because you never know what you might find. Especially something like this. Or something like a well-placed clam that is actually floating in the air. Happens. It's not the first Gothic game that places things up high in the air. Trust me, it's not. Oh, is there something else here? Yep, there actually is another clam. I like it. More pearls, perhaps. Oh, another one. Anything else? Nope. Alright. We're going to try and make our way back, but this time around we'll be walking over those mountains here, which will be a little bit of a shortcut instead of like swimming back. We can just jump on these cliffs and then go down here and go down here, walk on the wonderful texture of what should have been grass, and then jump off here to land right to our death. Alright, this was pretty dumb because that wall kind of bounced us off. Alright, I guess I'm going to come back to this point the next time we're recording this video, so I will see you all next time. Damn, why did you have to fall down there?